Hey guys, Tyler with Independence Overland. I'm over here with Toby from Scheel Mann Seats, and I just did my video on upgrading your old four-wheel drive because a lot of people don't want to spend the money getting into the new Tacomas, and the new, pretty much anything is expensive at this point. So one of the things I touched on were seats, and then literally days later, I saw that Scheel had announced that they have a ventilated seat now. So since we're at the Overland Expo Pacific Northwest, I wanted to come over here and check this thing out because one of the big things I'm excited about this new Tacoma I'm getting is it has ventilated seats. Oh. So I just wanted you guys to know that these are available, and I will let you explain what all you got going on here.
Perfect, thanks man. The American market's been asking us to come out with a ventilated seat for years, and so we've been working on it, and really happy to announce that it's finally available for sale. And the way it works is really simple, but it works really well. And what happens is that we have a switch that you'll get with the seat that allows you to turn the ventilation from either off or on low or on high. And when you turn the switch on, what happens is a fan that sucks air from the ambient air around the seat, and then it blows it up into the seat, and there's a special membrane foam that is throughout the seat. So it pushes the air into the membrane, and then it disperses it throughout the seat. And as you're sitting in the seat and you're sweating, that air that's moving, that convection current, actually evaporates the sweat, and that evaporation is a cooling process, and you'll actually cool right down. So it just works on physics. And so there's one system in the base cushion, and there's another one in the backrest. So throughout your whole back and the whole back of your legs, you have this sensation of coolness that when it's really hot and swampy is kind of a game changer.
Yeah, it's really nice, especially since she and I always have different body temperatures going on, so whenever I'm sweating and she's perfectly comfortable, it'd be nice to turn something like this on.
Yeah, perfect.
Can you get this with the heated option as well?
Actually it only works with the heated option. So
okay, cool.
Every Clima seat, we call it, has both heat and the ventilation.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. And then this is this just the Vario, or is this the Vario XL?
This is the normal Vario. The one that I'm sitting on here is the XXL, and you can actually see the comparison difference. The only difference with the XXL is that at the top of the seat there's an extra 3 inches for more torso support and larger guys.
Yeah, and I'm 6'1" for reference, and now that we have them both, and I've sat in both the passenger side, which is the standard size, and then the driver's seat, I did the XXL. I'm not totally sure I needed the XXL, but I'm not mad that I have it, of course.
Yeah.
But for anybody that's over 6'1", I definitely recommend that size seat. Awesome seats, they've been amazing. It's one of the things that
they gotta work.
Yeah, and I'm scared of the new truck, and I've voiced this to Natalia before, that with the new truck, I know it's gonna have new Toyota seats, but they're not gonna be this.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm curious for feedback.
Yeah, for sure. We're keeping the FJ, so we're still gonna have these around, but either way, it's one of those things where I'm like, man, I'm gonna miss my Scheel on a long distance drive.
Absolutely.
So this is just the brown leather version. So I've seen these in like the older Land Cruiser 80 series and stuff.
Yeah, this is the go-to in the tan Land Cruiser.
Okay.
And we have the tan stitching that pulls out the oaky interior, but this darker chocolate leatherette matches the dashboard and the top of the doors.
Right.
And it's just easier to keep clean, and it looks awesome.
Cool. Yeah, and I've gone over this seat in full on the channel, and I will link that in this video, because you can even change the thigh. What is that adjustment called? The proper?
Yeah, the seat cushion, the entire cushion moves either out for taller people or retracts backwards in the seat for shorter people. So one seat bottom will fit any size person.
And it is really nice to have that.
Yeah.
Especially like the way my legs get tired. And then you can't get that option if you're going to get, I know you make a version where the seat can come up and you can access underneath it.
Interesting you say that. So every Vario seat actually has a pull pin, and you can also lift the seat cushion up.
You can?
Yeah.
I didn't know I could do that.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know. I've been fighting putting radios and stuff on it. I never knew I could do that. Okay, cool. And then what's this guy over here?
So these three seats are actually all Varios.
Okay.
This is just the standard gray combination, which is also looks beautiful in a Land Cruiser, like 80 series with the gray. This seat over here is a little bit different. This is called the Sportline LR edition, and it was made specifically to fit in Land Rover Defenders that have an internal roll cage.
Right.
So the top of the seat is a bit narrower, and then it doesn't have a release lever on one side for the backrest, so because it fits right up to the B pillar.
Right.
And then this last one over here, this is an XXL that we've taken apart to show off how the lumbar support works. So every Vario seat has a 4-way lumbar support, and the way that it works is that there's a knob down here on both sides of the seat, and they do different things. So if we take a kind of zoom in here, you can see that this lumbar support right now is in the more extended, more obtuse section or mode. And if you turn the right-hand knob counterclockwise right now, you'll see that it'll flatten out.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I've always wondered how that works whenever I'm cranking on it.
And then on the other side, the knob looks the same, and that raises and lowers the whole lumbar support in the seat.
That is a good illustration of how that works.
Yeah.
I've always wondered how that whole mechanism was going on.
And then while we're at it, there's one more knob here on the left side only on the Vario seat. And as you adjust this, the side bolsters will adjust inward or outward. So you can fine tune the seat for wide berth or narrow berth.
Yeah, it is nice. It's nice for when you're off-road all day going like this. It's nice to be able to suck it in a little bit.
Yeah.
Cool, man. And is there anything else you want to go over while we're here? Is there anything else new? I think the ventilation is your biggest, latest, and greatest.
Yeah, well, there's actually something I want to show you. You have a new Tacoma, and one of the problems with the new Tacomas from the 2nd gen, 3rd gen, and now the 4th gen is that the occupancy sensor that is in the passenger seat is really complicated, and it's really almost impossible until now to put one of our seats in.
I'm very excited about this. All right, please continue.
It's been really impossible to put a seat in and maintain the functionality of the occupancy sensor, and we haven't tackled it ourselves because it's really it's an engineering project that's really specialized, and it's something that was outside of our expertise. And so one of our dealers, and they're actually right here, so if you want to transition to them, they could probably tell you all about it.
What's up,
there's a display here that shows how it works.
Yes,
you
please.
Come over and join us. So the really ingenious thing that they've done.
We have to adjust real quick?
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, we're going to adjust our exposure. So picking up where you left off as far as being able to put these into a newer vehicle, I had no idea anybody was working on this.
Yeah,
this is very exciting.
This is a big deal.
Okay. All right, I'll let you guys take over.
Well, this isn't my project, and so I'm going to actually let the mastermind here describe what they've done.
Sure. So this is a setup for 2nd and 3rd gen Tacomas. We're utilizing everything you see in gray is the OEM pieces. What we have built is in black, so front back brackets, rear brackets, and the pan are kind of the majority of it. We're utilizing the factory occupancy sensors. These are these 4 sensors here, and that's what's made it so tricky with the Tacomas. The sensors are quite tall, and the headroom is quite limited. So fitting everything in is a bit of a packaging problem, but we got it sorted. This is all plug and play. The other thing that we noticed with the Tacomas is the angle of the seat is quite flat factory. A lot of people are using seat jackers and things like that. We've emulated that angle and built it into the brackets, so you won't need anything like that. This is emulating the side airbag that's in the seat, so you won't have airbag lights. The 3rd gen has a lot of 3rd gens have factory heated seats, and we've integrated the Scheel Mann heated seats.
Oh, nice.
So you're using the OEM switches in the 3rd gens. This is just an accessory panel that will be on the door side. You could do fire extinguishers, flashlights, whatever. And then also the pans have these provisions, these mount provisions. This is kind of a universal pancake mount. We have a via air compressor on it, but you could also do your radio columns or whatever you wanted on the bottom of the seat. The other option would be to do one of these storage bins, and those again mount to the same provisions, and then like you guys were talking about earlier, the lower seat cushion lifts up, and that will give you access to your storage bin. It has a pass-through for USB, or we have a 12-volt socket that fit in there as well.
So you could put like your radio, I know a lot of people use Midland radios and stuff, they'll put them under the seat, so you could put that inside of there.
Yeah, you could put that inside, or you could do it on a flat mount.
That's awesome.
Just like this. And then we do have like little spacers, or you can do a flat mount straight to the seat if you have like a space constraint.
Man, I'm very impressed with this. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a
I bet it has.
But yeah, it's basically plug and play. It will work with all your OEM stuff. You won't have any lights or anything like that. The airbags are going to work just as they did as Toyota designed. So if there's no occupant, it won't go off.
Okay.
If there's someone small, it will go off at a reduced rate, or if it's a full size, it'll go off as designed.
And then the older Toyotas are obviously probably more in need of an upgraded seat, because I know that was the thing with my FJ Cruisers. It was like, I'm putting a new seat in it, or I'm getting rid of the vehicle. It just wore out. But Are you going to plan on doing this for the newest stuff as well in the future? Okay.
So this is our first project.
Right.
The Tacoma is 2005 to 2023, so that's quite a range.
Right.
Next will probably be 4Runner. We're getting a lot of requests about Tundras, and then FJ Cruiser is definitely on our development list as well.
Yeah, I will be looking out for the FJ stuff because I just like pinned some stuff up, ran some bolts to where it thinks. Anyway, it was a whole thing.
Yes.
But this is very impressive, man.
Yeah, we're trying to come up with the solution for it. We're Tolerant Stack is our company.
Okay, right on. It looks great. And what's the retail on one of these?
So passenger side, we're looking at $1,200.
Okay.
It's quite complicated in a lot of bits and pieces.
Right.
Driver side is basically a pan. There isn't any occupancy sensors because if there's a driver, there's a driver.
Right.
If there isn't.
Okay.
That bracket system is about $300.
Right. Which in my opinion is fair because shop, at least in where I'm at in Colorado, a shop fee right now is like around 170 at a lot of the shops. So if you're to pay somebody to try to figure this out, you pay all the shop labor, and then usually they're like, I don't know what to do about this. So honestly, $1,200, like it might sound like a lot, but it's actually pretty affordable because you're just bolting something up.
Yeah.
Everything works. You're not cutting wires. That's pretty nice.
No, not cutting wires, not splicing harnesses. It's all plug and play. There is one spot weld that has to be drilled out, but everything else is hand tools.
Right on.
Super
Okay.
easy.
That's impressive, man. Good job with it. And I like seeing stuff like this on the side. That's pretty cool. Just like utilizing that extra space.
Yeah, space on the side, space underneath, trying to use all the space that we have.
Yeah.
Because those cabs are small.
Yes, they are. Cool, man. Well, thank you very much. It's Tolerant Stack.
Tolerant Stack.
Okay. Well, that is very impressive. I wish this existed when I did mine. All right, well, cool. Thanks for your time, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. And Toby, appreciate it, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, man.
By,
yeah. As always, thank you so much for watching, and click one of the videos in the corner to check out more of our adventure, off-road, and overland related content.